So you're thinking of moving to Norterra here over in Phoenix, but before you do, you really want to understand the pros and cons, the good, the bad, and the ugly of what it's actually like living here. And you don't want like those cute little like packaged up cons that are secretly pros and it's like sugar coated and stuff. No. Norterra is cool, but there's a lot of drawbacks to living here. Trust me, I should know. I live here and there are some definite cons to living in Norterra. So we're gonna go all of that, the good, bad, and ugly, unfiltered, true, everything you need to know about living here, and we're gonna get right to it. We have a ton to cover, so let's do this. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Phoenix, Arizona and all the surrounding areas like Norterra, then go ahead and subscribe and click that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about what is happening all around the Phoenix market. My name is Samantha. My team and I help people every single day just like you make their move to Phoenix, Arizona, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking of making a move, if you have questions, if you're trying to decide if this is the right move for you, then go ahead and reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, hop on a Zoom call with us. All of that is linked below for you guys to connect with us. We are here and happy to help, and we'd love to help you make a smooth move to Phoenix. So like I said, we're talking about Norterra, which is kind of North Phoenix area. There's a lot of cool parts about living in Norterra, but there are some real cons and drawbacks, and we actually want to go through and tell you the truth about what it's like living here. So we're gonna head back to the office because in case you can't tell, I am sweating and melting. It's 115 degrees. It is full on summer here in Phoenix. I need some AC, so let's head back to the office, go over this list of pros and cons and break it down for you. If you actually want to see Norterra, the homes, the neighborhoods, shopping, dining, all that fun stuff, then go ahead and check out the vlog tour when you're done with this video. Finish this video first, please, but then go check out our vlog tour where you can actually get a really good feel for what it's like every day living in Norterra. So let's head back to the office and go over this list. All right, let's just go ahead and jump right into the list of pros and cons for Norterra. This is a cool part of town. For me specifically, this is where I live. It's my part of town. So there are definitely a lot of pros and cons to Norterra. Like I said in the intro, we're not going to sugarcoat it. I think if you're going to move somewhere, you really deserve to know like the genuine good, bad, and ugly of what a place is like to see if it's actually going to be a good fit for you. So let's go ahead and get started with the pros. All right, the very first pro about Norterra is that it is just like kind of a peaceful, tranquil, like getaway from the craziness. It's just north, it's kind of like North Phoenix, so it's outside of the busy parts of town, so you still have like all the shops, dining, amenities, and everything, but it's a little bit more quiet and laid back. You don't have to fight for parking spaces, you never have to pay for parking, there's not crazy traffic, so it's just as nice. You're enough outside of the main part of kind of that downtown area where it's a little more quiet and a little more laid back, and so I love that. It's like very peaceful when you're out sitting on your patio. You don't have to like listen to traffic or sirens or like people yelling. It's just like, it's tranquil. I love it. Since you're farther outside of the main town, downtown area, the homes are bigger, the yards are bigger. You just get a lot more for your money. There's more space. The yards, like I said, are a lot bigger. You're gonna see some grass, some trees, mostly desert landscaping. We'll get into that later, but there is a little bit more space out here and your money can go a little bit farther. And a huge perk is that Norterra really didn't start being built and developed until the mid-2000s, so a lot of the homes here are newer, nicer, and more modern, so you're not going to have to be dealing with really old or outdated homes or anything like that. The second pro is that it's really safe. It's family friendly, it's got a community feel, there's a low rate of crime, and so no matter kind of where you're at in the Norterra area where you're just out walking around, I'm always like walking around with the dogs by myself all different times of day and stuff like that, and I always feel really safe, so that's something I really appreciate. It's very community centered and family friendly, like I said, lots of schools, parks, and everything like that, and so that's a huge draw for families because it's just kind of got that residential kind of suburb feel a little bit. And another pro is that since we're in North Phoenix, we're actually pretty close to Lake Pleasant, so if you enjoy lake living and being out on the water, if you like boats, jet skis, kayaks, what are other like lake things? What are those paddle boards, paddle boats? What are, like you stand and you paddle? I've obviously never done it because I can't remember the name of it. But that lake living, whether you like to camp on the lake, hike around it, do mountain biking, take the dogs for a walk, whatever you want. Being close to the lake is awesome. It's just about a 15-20 minute drive from where we're at. So if you want to be close to that Lake Pleasant and lake living, then Norterra is a great spot. Another great pro is all the shops, dining, and amenities. So there is a lot to do over here in Norterra. You get kind of the bonus of having all the amenities, the shopping, the dining, lots of grocery stores, activities, theaters, all this cool stuff, local shops and everything like that, but you don't have to deal with all the busyness and traffic that you do in other parts of town, since it's a little bit more north. So you've got the shops at Norterra, which is kind of the main big shopping plaza here. It's a big outdoor plaza. All of the stores, the dining, amazing boba, the coolest local coffee shop. It's my favorite coffee shop in the area is Elevate Coffee. You've got Urban Boba. You have a Bath and Body Works for candles. You've got Target and Home Goods, so you're all set, everything you could possibly need. So Norterra is a great area. You have everything that you need. You're really close to the highway, so if you do need to get to another part of town, you can be anywhere pretty quickly because you've got two of the main highways, the 17 and the Loop 101 are right here as well. So it's just a nice convenient location. Another huge perk is all the outdoor activities. So whenever you're kind of in anywhere around Phoenix, outdoor activities can be a huge plus just because the weather for the most part is amazing throughout the year. More on that in a minute. But there's a lot of different activities. There's a lot of hiking around here, lots of different mountains and trails, lots of parks. There's a couple dog parks that I'll take my corgis to and they absolutely love it. There's parks for humans, there's nature preserves, there's different pools, aquatic centers. There's just a lot to do here, especially in the outdoor weather, which is incredible. So we love being outside, love getting all the sunshine, the vitamin D and everything like that when the weather is great. And so many of the restaurants have patio here. I love sitting on the patios. Like, I'm very basic, but I just love sitting on the patio and having a view, and so that is awesome as well. And so that's a huge perk of living in the Norterra area, is there's just lots of outdoor activities. There's a lot to do. You can get out there and enjoy kind of being active in that sunshine. So speaking of sunshine, a huge pro is the weather here. Okay, but not in the summer. More on that later. The summer, that's definitely a con. But the late fall, winter, and early spring are beautiful here. It's in the 60s and 70s. It's sunny. There's no snow, very little rain. So you literally just get to be outside all day, every day during that time and enjoy the incredible weather. That is a huge plus for Arizona. That's why so many people love it. We have like 300 people move into the Phoenix metro area every single day, and the weather is a huge reason for it. We don't really have to deal with a whole lot of natural disasters or anything like that. We don't have tornadoes or earthquakes or other natural obviously we don't deal with them, so I don't really know a lot, but not a lot of natural disasters going on here, which is great. So you just have mild weather, sunshine, and it's incredible. And a huge draw, kind of our last pro on this list for Norterra, is the job market. Norterra has a lot of land available still to grow and develop, and there has been a huge boom in businesses out here. You're gonna see a lot of warehouses, call centers, business, corporate centers. There's a huge software chip manufacturing plant being built just off the 303 highway over here in the Norterra area. It's gonna bring, I think they said 6,000 jobs or something like that, just to that one factory, plus everything else that's being built. So in the past 5-10 years, a huge amount of businesses have moved here to Norterra, and so it's just really caused this huge boom in the job market. So there's so many different opportunities and a lot of really incredible employment here, as well as bringing a bunch of big, beautiful new houses here as well. So lots of housing options too, which is great. All right, now for the real reason you're here, the cons, the drawbacks to living in Norterra, and there are definitely some killer ones. Con number one is that it's kind of far from the rest of the city. So if you want to go to downtown Phoenix, Old Town Scottsdale, if you want to go enjoy the nightlife or the shopping and dining in those areas, or go over to the East Valley like Gilbert and Chandler and stuff like that. I've got some friends and family that we visit over there often, and we love, my husband and I, going out to restaurants. He's a professional chef, so we're always going out, trying new restaurants and enjoying really incredible food. And some of our favorite places to go, unfortunately, are kind of far from where we live. We love going to a couple different places in Scottsdale, Biltmore area, and downtown Phoenix. And it's just kind of farther away. We're in North Phoenix, so you have to hop on the freeway. And even though it doesn't take too long, it's anywhere from like 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, depending on how far we want to go. So we're just not super close to a lot of the things that we want to go and see and do a lot. So that can kind of be a drawback of Norterra, is you're a little bit farther from the main central city hubs. And you're also kind of far from the airport. So if you do travel a lot, whether it's for fun, for business, if you need to be close to the airport, Norterra is not going to be the spot for you. It's a good 30 minutes, unless there's traffic, in which case it's going to be probably closer to 45 minutes to get to the airport. And kind of connected with that first one, the next one is your commute. So if you are living in Norterra, if you work in, say, downtown Phoenix or in Scottsdale, or even in the East Valley, if you work in, Mesa, Chandler, Gilbert, or if you live in Norterra and you're working really far in the West Valley, like Buckeye, Tolleson, Litchfield Park, some of these places that are a little bit farther, you're going to have to commute on the highways. Now, ordinarily the traffic on the highways is really not bad at all, but during rush hour, it can be pretty brutal. Back before I did real estate years ago, I worked in an office in downtown Phoenix while I was living here in Norterra, and my commute was brutal. Ordinarily, I just hop on the 17 without traffic. It takes me 20 minutes to get downtown. With traffic, it's 45 minutes, sometimes even an hour, depending on how bad that traffic is. So depending on where you're going to be working, go ahead and map it out and really do some research, because you can have a pretty steep commute if you're going to be living in Norterra and working in any of these areas that are a little bit farther, because you're going to have to be on the highway, and usually highways have pretty rough traffic when it comes to rush hour here. Another drawback is it's mostly desert landscaping here. So if you're not into rocks, cactus, desert landscaping, stucco homes with tile roofs, that's the majority of what the homes and landscaping is like here in the Norterra area. So if you're looking for lots of grass and trees and greenery and lush yards and gardens and stuff like that, you're gonna wanna check out a couple different places of town. Probably Chandler or Gilbert are gonna be better fits for you. Go check out Agrotopia, you would love that area. Norterra is not gonna be the spot for you if you do not like desert landscape, and that's the majority of what the homes have here and how they look. A lot of the neighborhoods can kind of be those cookie cutter homes where they all look pretty similar, so just to be aware, that's not a drawback for everybody, but a lot of people don't like that. So if you're not into that thing, Norterra is probably not the right fit for you. But a pro of that is you save on your water bill when you don't have to water all those trees and grass. So our water bill is a lot lower because of that desert landscaping. All right, time for the cons. So you cannot do a list of cons without talking about the summers, because they are brutal here. Like, they are no joke. It's usually 115 degrees easily. There's heat advisories all throughout the summer. So usually as soon as you start to get to May, that's when it gets pretty hot. And June through August are rough. Like, it is heat advisories, it's triple digits every single day. If you need to do anything outside, hiking, biking, walking, doing errands, taking your dog out, whatever you gotta do, try to do it in the morning. And anything after 10, it's just gonna be absolutely miserable. So usually June through August, everyone stays inside. We stay in the AC. If you're gonna go outside, make sure you've got lots of water, or you can go to the pool or something like that. So we just kind of bunker down, we stay hydrated, we stay indoors, and try not to go outside too much. The good thing is it's not humid. We don't really have humidity here. It's a dry heat, but still 115 degrees in dry heat is still pretty hot. It feels like you're literally walking into an oven every time you go outside. So if you're not super keen on having brutally hot summers, this might not be the right spot for you. Another drawback of Norterra, and this is pretty common with a lot of areas all across the Phoenix metro area, is that it's really not walkable. Norterra is pretty spread out, and if you want to get anywhere, any other cities around the Norterra area, you're going to need a car. So it's really not walkable. Even like from my place to some of the shops and everything like that, it's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, which on a good day where the weather's great, sure, I would totally walk. In the summer, heck no, I don't feel like getting heat exhaustion. So Norterra is just a little bit more spread out, and so having a car is pretty common if you're going to be living in this area. And the public transportation really sucks. Like out here, it's just the bus system, and it's not efficient. So plan to have a car if you're going to be living in the Norterra area. Another con, and this is pretty common with a lot of these different kind of desert parts of the city, is the critters. And so most commonly you're going to see a lot of grasshoppers, termites, some scorpions, and snakes. Now when it comes to snakes, don't freak out. They're not, like, people don't have them in their yards or in their house, but it's really common to see them out on the trails. So there's a lot of trails, a lot of hiking in the area, and so if you're going to be out on the mountains doing any hiking and stuff, you may see snakes here and there. Don't try to be their friend, give them their space, just like let them do their thing, and you should be fine. But when it comes to other pests like termites, the saying here is if you don't have termites, you're going to get them. For us, termites are no big deal. We deal with it all the time. Every pest company handles termites. They'll give you a warranty, they treat for them, it's no big deal. We're used to it, our homes are built for it, and it's really common here. But when it comes to things like grasshoppers and scorpions, they're kind of gross. I'm not a fan. So my neighbor a couple doors down had scorpions, and when she told me, I called the pest control company because I was like, I'm not having scorpions in my house. So they came, they sealed the house, and we've never seen a scorpion. It's been 4 years? It's been 4 years now. Cross your fingers, still not a single scorpion, so that's good. So there's absolutely ways to avoid it and deal with them. The pest control companies here are great. They know the critters, they know how to deal with them, so you will not have to have them in your house, but just be aware if you're gonna be out and about, you might see them here and there. One of the biggest drawbacks of Norterra right now is the construction. It's everything's under construction in Norterra. It's gonna be great. It's crappy right now, but in 5 years, everything will be beautiful and built out, but it's just growing so much. There are so many companies and businesses building here. There are so many homes being built here. There's shopping, there's dining. Everything is just being built out here because Norterra is just growing and exploding like crazy. But because of this, literally everything's under construction. Like every single road is under construction. There are traffic cones absolutely everywhere you look. There is dust everywhere. Like right here outside my neighborhood, like I can't turn left on the main road because it's all blocked off because they have the whole road torn up because they're redoing it. So I can only go right. It's a whole detour. It's a whole thing. Anyways, so that's kind of a bummer right now because everything's under construction. It's kind of hard to get around. It's not super pretty to look at. There's just traffic cones everywhere. So that's kind of a bummer. It will probably be like that for the next year or two as they continue to just really build everything out. So kind of a drawback, and that sucks a little bit. And last but not least, this kind of goes hand in hand with all the construction, but Norterra is just growing like crazy, which can be a good thing. It's going to be incredible for the economy. My home value is going way up, so that's awesome if I ever sell it someday. But it does kind of suck because the home prices are continuing to increase. So for people looking to buy, for people looking to move here, things are becoming more and more expensive, and the housing's really limited. There's a ton of building going on. There's lots of new construction going on, lots of homes being built, like we said, but it's really limited, and builders can't keep up with the demand. There's so many more people wanting to move here than there are homes available right now. So whenever you have more demand than supply, usually that means prices are going to go up and it's going to be a little bit tricky. So that's kind of the situation right here, is there's just not enough homes to go around. If you are thinking moving to the area and you have questions and you want to get connected with the right home, the right builder, and find the right spot for you, make sure you reach out to us. We would love to help you find the right spot, whether it's Norterra or any other areas all around the Phoenix area. If you do want to see what Norterra looks like, what the homes are like, what the prices are, all the shopping centers, and get a good feel for what it really feels to live in Norterra, we actually did a vlog tour, so go check that out. The vlog tour, we go through neighborhoods, the shopping centers all over, show you the places to go and all different price points of homes, so you can really get a good idea of what Norterra is actually like when you live here. So feel free to go check that out. Hopefully we answered a lot of your questions. If you've ever been to Norterra or lived in Norterra, I'd love to hear from you. What do you love about it, or what do you hate about it, or both? And if you have any questions or want to learn more about Norterra or any other areas, let us know in the comments. Please reach out, connect with us. We'd love to hop on a call with you, help you make a move out here if you are thinking of moving to anywhere in the Phoenix area. And until next time, we hope to see you soon.